viewers at home. My name is Bukola Oriola. Today we are going to be talking about a serious issue among us, and which is human trafficking. First of all, I want to welcome you to this show. This is Imprisoned, a show set out to educate the public about human trafficking. Human trafficking is the modern-day slavery that is affecting many of us and even taking the lives of our loved ones. Today we have with us professionals who are helping victims, and we have Salima Kaku, an immigration attorney helping victims, and also Linda Miller, the director of Civil Society, an organization that is non-profit set out to help victims of human trafficking. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Linda, what is human trafficking for the layman to know?
Bukola, there are different definitions of human trafficking in federal law and state law. But when we talk about human trafficking, we talk about international human trafficking, which is people from other countries who are here and being trafficked here. And then there's another major type of human trafficking, and that's domestic human trafficking. And that means United States citizens who are here and are being trafficked. And then other categories of trafficking are sex trafficked, which means being sold for sex. And then there's labor trafficking, which is oftentimes combined with sex trafficking. So 3 types: labor trafficking, sex trafficking, and both.
Salima, as an immigration attorney, where do you come into this issue?
Well, often when a victim is identified or has come forward, there are many needs that they have. Their most basic need is safety. And once they feel safe, then their next need is to have some way to prove they are who they say they are. They often tend to lack identity documents. Sometimes they lack the ability to prove what country they have come from. And of course, more often than not, they are under the law illegally in the United States. So a major role of an immigration attorney is to help people in that situation who are victims get identity documents for themselves so they can say who they are, and also to be able to rebuild their lives in the United States while they're assisting law enforcement to be able to investigate and solve and bring forth the people who have caused the harm to them.
About international human trafficking. How do people get trafficked from one country to another?
Well, it is amazing the number of ways that they are brought to the United States. Many times they are coming here under legal visas, and many times they go from country to country under legal visas and then arrive here. Many times they're coming over the border from Canada after traveling around the world on legal visas, and then have managed to just be driven over from Canada to the United States, or to Minnesota. Also, we have the port at Duluth, and people are coming over from the ships of foreign flag into Minnesota.
For those who need the immigration help, what kind of visas are available to those
There are
set of
several
victims?
visas available. There is 3 that I would like to bring special attention to. There is a visa called a T visa, T for trafficking. And that visa is specifically for people who are assisting law enforcement as a result of having been victimized through either labor trafficking or sex trafficking. And so the government, in return for their willingness to help the law enforcement identify the perpetrators of the crime, allow people, the victims, to remain legally in the United States. If they are minors, they can bring their families here. If they are adults, they can bring their spouses and minor children here. The reason that part is so important is often traffickers who are working internationally come from the countries or know well the countries where the victims come from. And so the family and the children might be in danger if they are not able to come here and be safe. Another visa is a U visa for victims of crime. That is a much broader category. That includes crimes like murder, rape, domestic abuse, and often is used by law enforcement to help victims get the strength to come forward because they are so afraid because they do not have legal status in America. So in return for giving them legal status, they can come forward and then an investigation of a crime can occur. The final one that I would like to bring to your attention is VAWA, Violence Against Women Act. But I would like to mention that this visa is not limited to women. It applies to children who have been abused. It applies to parents who are being abused. It applies to men. This visa is about making sure that U.S. citizens and green card holders are not using our immigration laws to harm the spouses, the parents, the children that they bring to America. And
what efforts are you making to educate the public to know that there is help available to victims?
Well, civil society holds quarterly meetings for those who are interested in human trafficking. And we have one coming up as well in Minnesota. And so that crisis and tip line, actually I have the telephone number here, and that is a very good way for victims to come to call us. Another way victims contact with us is through the many shelters, nurses, public health nurses. A person from another country oftentimes speaks a different language than English, and they need to form a trust relationship with someone before they can reach out for help.